Solving systems of equations with the TI-Nspire is almost too good to be true. Let's go ahead and start with this example, but I do have 3 of them and the solutions to each are very, very different, so make sure that you stick around so you know what to expect. We're going to do all of these with the Scratchpad Calculate, so I'm going to hit enter here from the home screen, and we want to go into our menu and then algebra. Algebra is number 3 there, and then we want solve system of linear equations. So I'm just going to arrow down, or you could hit number 2 and then enter. Our example does have 2 equations. I can use my up and down arrow though to change the number of equations, but I do want 2 equations. Let's go ahead and tab down to the variables. My system does have x and y, so that's perfect. Tabbing down again, I can hit OK, and it's got a template here on the screen for me. All I've got to do is to type my equations in exactly as I see them. So I want variable y, and then I use the equals over here underneath the control key. So equals, then I've got 2x plus 1. I'm going to use my down arrow to get into the next equation. And this one is y equals, again, underneath that control. And then I want 2x minus 3. So minus 3. Let's go ahead and hit enter. And it says no solution found. If we were to graph these two, or if we were to look at their slopes, they have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. These two never cross. Next is this one with variables a and b, but I'm again here in my Scratchpad, and I'm going to go to menu and then to algebra again, which is number 3, systems again, which is number 2, and I do have 2 equations, so I can tab down to my variables. This time though, I'm going to replace those with an a and a b. So I'm going to type right over doing a, and then the comma, which is in this lower left corner here, so a comma b, and then tab down to OK, and then enter. So now it's expecting those variables a and b. I'm ready to type this in as is. I'm going to use that little negative next to the enter, so I've got negative a plus b equals 1, and then I'm going to arrow down to get into my next equation, and this one is 2a plus b is equal to 4. And then we can hit enter to come up with our solution. Now our solution really is the point 1, 2, or we could express this as a equals 1, b equals 2. Now the next example is probably the most important in terms of how to get the solution from your calculator. But we're going to do exactly the same thing. Going into menu and then number 3 for algebra, number 2 for system of equations. I again have 2 equations, so let's tab down, variables x and y, so that works, and then tabbing down to OK and enter. I'm ready to type in that first equation. So I've got x plus y is equal to 4, and this one's going to give us a really unusual solution. Let's arrow down to that next one, and this one is 2x plus 2y is equal to 8, and then enter. Now this time it gives me this really odd 4 minus c1 comma c1. C1 stands for a constant, and 1 just means it's the first constant that we've used so far. This is really telling me that I've got infinitely many solutions. So for any constant, say c is 0, I'd have 4 comma 0. If c was equal to 1, I would have 4 minus 1, so that would be 3 comma 1. So you can get the idea. I've got infinitely many solutions here. But how do I express infinitely many solutions? It certainly isn't all the points in our coordinate system. Instead, these are the same line. So it's all the points on this line. So we're going to use set builder notation. So we want curly brackets and then the point x comma y. Then I'm going to put a vertical bar in there, which means such that. And then I'm just going to throw in either of these equations. Let's put in that x plus y equals 4. So this really means all of those xy points on the line. If you're solving systems graphically or need some intersection points, you're going to want to check out this video next.